Welcome back to another night of racing with Southern E Racing League, joined of course in the booth by Corosaurus. How you doing today, sir?
Yeah, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Excited for another round here. On track with our Moto2 guys here at Jerez. Looking at Bear currently, just setting his first laps here. These guys have, well, they've been on track for a couple minutes, but no lap times quite yet. I think it's a good time to jump in. What are your feelings tonight with our Moto2 crew?
You know, I haven't seen a lot of the practice times come in from these guys, but I do know that, of course, Al's been putting in some good practice, and there was some talk between Nightcrawl and Phobia, so I'm not sure about the times they're going to put down, but I think elbows are going to be out between those two guys.
I mean, it's always good seeing our guys, you know, I don't want to say fight, but, you know, wrestle for it. It's also wild in this first lap seeing, like, all the red. Because everybody's got the fastest sector when one hasn't been set.
And it's a quick track, short track. It's got a couple of tricky sections from what I could tell doing my practice laps here. I did more Moto2 laps than GP laps, but that fourth sector was really one of those like make or break sectors. You just have to get every apex perfect, and you got to use a lot of rumble strips. So we'll see how these guys manage it as they're coming around with their first few laps.
Oh, Fast Raj with a crash there. Not a good way to set a lap time. But hey, he's P4 right now, so really not anything to shake a stick at. Let's see what Albert comes across the line at. Okay, he took the P4 back. He said, "No,
awesome job.
That will be mine."
Yeah, the first lap, the first out lap for Nightcrawl looks really strong. 39.5 is a good lap time here. I think some of these guys might be able to crack into the 38s on their second run once they decide to drop the fuel, go for some more soft tires. But 39.5, and he did this last week where he went out and set the first lap, and everyone else just kept chasing it, and no one could manage to catch him. So
Okay.
I wonder if he's still got early pace, strong pace, and he's doing the same thing.
I mean, I guess we'll see, right? There's no telling until it happens, but I'm certainly excited to see what happens in the end.
You can see right now the strategy from a lot of these guys has been one fast lap and then one cool down lap, and we're getting tire change already for Phobia.
Yeah, as he's
And another one behind him.
Oh, jeez. Of course, that's who we tick to, right?
Like I called it before. I think the Phobia Nightcrawl, there's going to be a little bit of a back and forth with those two. They're at the 2 top spots in the Tournament Championship, so I expect to see one of them, or maybe both of them, trying some mind games against the other.
I guess we'll see how they do. Guess we will see. Let's tune the whispers here. Looking like some strong sectors.
Whispers on good looking bike too. This Elfmark VDS racing team.
And every time I think Thundercats. Every time I see it.
Yeah. It just reminds me of last season watching Albert on this bike.
Oh, for sure. You know, I was going to throw a Thundercats picture on the screen, like, for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, but, I don't know. Y'all tell me if you don't know what Thundercats are. No judgment.
Hit us up in the comments. Thundercats up or down?
It's Thundercats Ho, I believe.
Thundercats
Ho!
So it looks like he lost this lap, but had good pace. Veritech orange to the first sector.
Yeah, let's go look at Veritech. Oh, that is not Veritech, but that is. Stock hazard going back to the pits. Gotta set a lap time, bro. Gotta set a lap time.
Yeah, and even though Veritech's on the 3rd row currently, he's only at, if he can just find 3/10, he can put himself up on the 2nd row.
Well, he's got 2 orange, so let's see. There's not a lot of progress from the top of the group there. I say as Fast Raj throws down an orange sector.
Yeah, Nightcrawler and One-Handed have both put, they're out on, ruined another lap. Oh, and Jixbuff with a crash as well.
Not great.
Still plenty of time.
7.5 minutes, not awful.
Yeah, again,
why would Veritech do that?
Yeah, so his lap was looking decent, but except right up until that 4th sector, it looked like he was just missing a few of the marks there, and probably just lost all of what he made up in the first 3.
Could be. A chance, I suppose.
Oh, and yep, Fast Raj going off the track.
Not great. Not great.
4th sector. Something I noticed with, again with these Moto2 bikes, and I've mentioned it in previous races, but the brakes are just not very strong. There's a few really tough braking sections on this track. A lot of it's very flowing and smooth, but turn 6 is a really, really tough one on the brakes, and coming in through 9, and then the final turn, 13. That's awesome. Oh, Fast Raj with a big crash.
Yeah, that was not ideal, sir.
He's parked. You know what that might have been? He might have ran out of fuel. Doesn't look like he's moving.
No, and hopefully something happens there and he doesn't get the old kick bug.
Yeah, he just had the pit marker pull up, so yeah, he was out of fuel.
Well,
That's still, for some reason, when you run out of fuel in this game, it equals an instant rear tire lockup.
Do they not understand how coasting works?
Yeah, not in this game. It's basically a recipe for instant high side.
Yeah, it's like old school 2-strokes when they would seize. That's what we do.
See, Nightcrawl's on a few red sectors here now.
Yeah, he is.
Keeping in track limits for this 4th sector.
Yeah, he came through and said, you know what? I'm P1, but I want to be P1-er. That's the more...
Oh, he was using all the track there in turn 12.
Hey, he paid for it. He can use it all. That was a good line there. That was fantastic.
Yeah, good line through there. You want to enter a wide entry into there.
Oh,
doesn't improve. So you did lose a little bit in that 4th sector.
So it was that 4th sector then.
Yeah, to me, what it looked like was that turn 12 when he went all the way wide onto the curb. He just kills your drive coming out towards the final turn.
Albert here with one-handed, I should say, with two orange sectors. That's also a classy bike he's on this year.
Yeah, I like the forward team looking. It's a good looking bike. It is one of a kind in the Moto2 class. You know, most of the bikes run the Calyx chassis, but Ford runs their own chassis. It's called the F2 model, and they are the only ones on the grid running it. So,
using that beautiful sounding Triumph motor. Oh, moves up a spot. Good job, Bear.
Nicely done. Yeah, and Phobia's really closed the gap up top with Nightcrawler. So I'm curious to see if Nightcrawler has enough time to put down one more fast one. And
it looks like he does. I guess it's going to depend on setup and tires and kind of pre-race planning.
Oh yeah, on a big wiggle in the front end there from Whispers, even on the exit. He's really pushing here.
It looks like he's moving pretty good. That is another orange sector for both him and... Okay, well, of course him and Stock Hazard are going to have orange sectors because they haven't set a lap.
Yeah, the good thing, though, for Stock here is that he's following him, so he's got a marker out in front of him.
Yeah, but to have a tow, it needs to be somebody a little quicker than you.
Not when it comes to setting your first lap.
Okay, that's true.
Anything will do.
Okay. Oh, Stock did take him.
Yeah, that's the classic Marquez right there. He gets the toe and then beats him by less than a 10. Beautiful.
What an asshole.
Coming down under 3 minutes left in the qualifying session. These guys are only going to be able to get about 2 more laps in.
I believe in them. They got it.
So if anyone's going to come in and pit for do a quick swap, now's the time. Otherwise, they're going to miss it. I think that was Albert going to the pits there, trying to get one last run. One-handed enters the pits. Very wide line from Roger and a huge wheelie.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
that's a quick way to go back to the pits.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things on these bikes is they don't wheelie a lot, but if you really miss the apex and you're very deep on it, and then you try to stand the bike up straight and get on the gas, it can wheelie, especially coming out of that turn 1. It goes uphill a little bit towards turn 2, and just that front wheel comes right up.
Yeah, which is, man, I'm not feeling that's very realistic, but we'll go with milestone physics. That's what we'll chalk this up to.
Well, yeah, I mean, these bikes don't have the anti-wheelie, you know, and you go wide open on a 140 horsepower bike, first gear.
It's
right up.
possible. I mean,
Chicks Rage.
I've ridden many a 140 horsepower bike, and I don't know. Although these are quite light, so maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Chicks Rage goes up a spot, so he moves past Chicks Buff, and then immediately
right to a faceplant.
Dumps it to a faceplant. He's safely into 6th place. Veritech showing up here late.
You know,
a minute left.
I think Rumham's right about if Nightcrawler and Phobia, skirt away, that they could run away with the whole race, but they got to make it clean through turn 1. Nightcrawler, look at this. Look at this. That's a red first sector.
Yeah, we saw this a few minutes ago. He had 3 red sectors and tossed them on the final sector, but I think if he played it right here, he could put down a real good time and really show the other guys where the mark's at.
Yeah, let's see what he can do here. That's 2, and Phobia not looking too shabby either with 2 orange. Unfortunately, though, I'm not sure orange is going to be enough if Nightcrawler's throwing down reds.
The trouble here is that Nightcrawler's actually catching another rider in front of him.
Let's see how 2-plane does that, because 2-plane's not on a lap.
Now he's currently on an out lap. And he's not going to make it back in time. if it's in his best interest. If he realizes he's not going to make it, he might want to just move aside.
Just go drive into the gravel or something.
Nightcrawl threw it away there again, turn 12. He's having issues staying off that curb. Threw up a big wheelie out of 12. Yeah, two-plane crashed right in the last corner as well. So this lap I don't expect to be bested.
Let's see. It was.
Nicely done. Yeah, he still finds 3/10. But I got to think he was much further up. I want to say he was at least a half a second up on that. He lost a lot of time coming out of turn 12 and 13 there.
Well, I think what it's going to come down to is he's got...
Oh, I think it's going to come down to Phobia. He's red sector through first. And Nightcrawl's finished, so Phobia may have the last lap here.
Man, Black Jesus in the chat. Good to see you, sir. That's another thing we need to get you, Cora, is a something for chat. Although that should work anyway. But a red and an orange. Now, red spicy after that lap from Nightcrawl.
Also, one-handed still on track with an orange third sector. He only needs to find just under 2/10. He can put himself on the front row.
I guess my question is, how gray were his first two sectors? I wish... Phobia throws away with the gray sector. That is definitely not going to be enough to take Nightcrawl.
So one-handed did improve, but he didn't get the full 2/10. He got 1/10 out of it. Stays in fourth place. And this looks like this is how it will settle.
And wham. Okay, so later on tonight for our Moto2 race, we're going to have Nightcrawl on pole, followed by Phobia, Fast Raj on our first row. One-handed, two-plane, and Jix Buff shortly behind them. I'm sorry, Jix Rage. Correction, Jix Rage. Jix Buff, D-Veritech, Stock Hazard on the following row, and Whispers, all by his lonesome. But he set a time, so I can't fault him too hard for that.
Yeah, all the boys are playing by the rules. It's a start.
They're doing something at least. They're doing something. So, go ahead. Sounds like you had something.
I was going to say, despite some of the drop-off in lap time there at the back end being just over 2 seconds out, it's a tight track, and with these bikes, it's going to be a lot of single file. I think you're going to see a lot of passing moves off the straightaways, turn 6 and turn 1, be the biggest ones to look for. So I think they'll still keep it close, and if the two guys up front have the pace to run away, I think they're in a position where they're going to battle each other and probably keep one or two of the other riders close to them.
I agree. So, time will tell, right? So, in just a few minutes here, we will be back with MotoGP qualifying, followed by a GP sprint race. So give us, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes to get this lobby built, and we will see y'all then. Okay, welcome back again for MotoGP qualifying, to be followed by our sprint race. So on with Hitstick right now, who's invalidated his lap. You bastard. Who said that? I didn't say that.
I heard something. I don't know where it came from.
This must be a ghost. This is a possessed studio. That's where we're at. Sure. Anyway,
We're gonna. Hey, this is the Big Bang bikes here, Jerez. We were just talking a moment ago. I'd like to see these guys crack these lap times down into the 33s. I know in time trial world, some of them have been able to do that and get some pretty decent times in. But things change on Tuesday nights. We'll see how it goes. But right now they got clear weather. They don't have to worry about the tire wear and the fuel, so they should be able to just give it everything.
yeah, I was about to remark. Oh my God, red sectors. Well, of course there's red sectors. I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, a lot of them. Which is a surprise to see those guys invalidating that first out lap. I'm wondering where they're cutting the track, but not that it really affects them. As long as they don't do it in the fourth sector. In this game, if you cut in the fourth sector, there's chances it can invalidate your future lap. You gotta be really careful. Yeah, Because if you go off track anywhere near the final turn, specifically, the game can recognize it as you trying to cheat the next lap time.
It makes a little bit of sense, I suppose. I will give.
Yep. Give the smallest margin of credit possible where it's due.
Man, McCargo's got a whole cheering section in the chat here.
Beautiful. Love to see it. And look at these first two laps coming in, 33.8 and 33 thousandths off of that Rumham Ryan, just right behind Black Jesus.
That is tight. Super tight.
Yeah. Heinz pulling in with a 35 flat. It's not a bad time.
No,
He's,
it's really not.
Not far off the pace.
He must be sober.
He's painfully sober at the moment, it seems.
Hates his life.
Coco putting up a good time here. Only 5/10 off. Finds himself in the first row.
Oh, smoke tits. My guy.
Yeah. So big news. Smokey's Titan is in wildcard position, second week in a row. We are short one HRC rider. Nightmare's off the grid again this week, and also one of our factory Yamaha riders, Sharp Jenna, was unable to make it in time for the sprint. Hopefully, he's able to make it for the main race, but we'll see. Wish him well. Hope he can get in here though. He's had good pace the last couple of races, so I hate to see him miss a full race. This is one of his better tracks.
I'm gonna make the joke here. We're getting some Let's Go Carlos in the chat. It's gonna be all this for Carlos.
Carlos is the man.
Man, fuck Carlos. Oh, look who made it. Mac Daddy.
Yeah, he's got his first lap coming in. Let's see where he puts himself.
You can do better. I'm disappointed in you, Cargo.
That's still impressive. Just under a second off.
Nah, we had to give him shit.
I did see Hot Dog him. He's at plus 20 on the board right now, but he'll be coming in to finish his first real lap. He went off on that first go and pulled off the track to let a few riders go by.
Very sportsmanlike of him.
Yeah, unfortunately, as I said good things about him, he went off the track and invalidated.
Well, we can't all be great.
Commentators cursed. Smokey's got some competition, though. We got two red sectors coming in, both Black Jesus and Rumham.
Looking at very aggressive on the inside of that corner. Wow.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks that actually has very flat curbs, and you can really abuse them, and if you want to abuse a lot of them, you just need to be very careful in this final fourth sector. The outside curbs and some of these right-hand turns can slow down your drive. So
chat's really sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
Just say chat's really abusing the whole hashtag system here. I don't know if you see that. Hashtag Finns, hashtag folks, Hashtag Ryan for number 1, though. Hashtag agreed. Y'all, we can just have conversations.
The Moto2 guys are hashtag crazy.
Oh.
Hashtag crazy.
Look at what Ryan did to Smokey. But then look at what Black Jesus did to both of them.
Oh my goodness. Rumham says, oh, he tied his time. My goodness.
Can we get a hashtag tied the tie? Tied for tie? Tied for second. Words.
Hashtag words.
Hashtag gonna be a good... Jesus Christ. Y'all. That hurts to try to say. Back in my day, that was called...
Hash.
That was called a pound sign. Rumham, an orange and a red. That could be enough. It's definitely enough for P2 if he stays consistent on the rest of it.
Yeah, Black Jesus is out of this current lap, so he's looked pretty smooth through these third and fourth sectors for Rumham.
With 7 minutes left, there's plenty of time for anybody to make a comeback, really. Boom, P2. 2/10 off Black Jesus.
Nicely done. Moves up into second place.
I mean, really, how are you going to get in front of Jesus? That's, I believe that's a mortal sin.
If we could check it out, there's 3 or 4 bikes coming together here in turns 9, 10.
Who you got?
I'm not sure who it is. I'm not sure who it is, but I see a bunch of bikes together. If we can find them in that third sector.
I'm looking.
Here we go. So Swaggin was leading the pack. There's like a couple guys behind him.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's got a couple bikes behind him.
Now, Swaggin's on a... Who's that behind him? Hitstick. I was going to say, Swaggin's on an invalidated lap. So is Hitstick.
Oh, Hines going way wide. Check out
Hines,
he's just
yeah.
Sighting the long lap. Just sighting for the long lap.
Yeah, he's expecting he's going to have to do a long lap penalty.
Coco's inspecting as well.
Speaking of which, do we have any long lap penalties to assign for MotoGP? Well, we wouldn't in the sprint race anyway, so never mind.
We won't. Yeah, we can check that we'll check that after the sprint.
A conversation for a later time. Ooh, McCargo with 3 orange sectors. This fourth seems to be the one that bites people.
Yeah, it's something that I noticed in my testing, and I think it's important to call it out. It's one of those things like this is one of the tracks that in this game you're pretty much required to use the big brake kit here, the 355s, and they just get soft at the end of the lap here, and there's some really tricky braking sections at an angle with curves involved. It's a difficult track, and it's not a very wide circuit either.
Well, you know what they say. Send it.
Full send. Rumham, another red first sector.
Look at Smoke Tits time compared to Black Jesus.
Yeah, very tight up there in the front. Rumham, red through 2.
Sure is. Let's see what Swaggin's going to throw down here first. Wham! Moves up.
Nice. Yeah, he catches about 1/10 of a second there and puts himself right up in front of Coco for 5th place.
I bet Black Jesus and Smokey are sweating a little bit right now. See what Rumham's got.
He is looking smooth out there.
But again, it's that 4th sector. But that looks pretty good. Oh, unable to improve.
Dang, okay. Had high hopes on that one.
Well, let me
Some of those
rephrase
red
it.
sectors.
He improved his lap time, but just not enough.
I just wonder now if he needs to take a cool down lap, get the tires cooled off a little bit. Because even though there's no tire wear on, the heat is so extreme on the front tire at this track.
He is not. He is not.
Going red first.
It looked like Smoke Tits found some time in Sector 2. Having that gray first one, we're probably not going to help him too much.
Yeah, I think in the time trials and the leaderboards, these guys were a few tenths lower than their current times. So I could see them getting a few more tenths out of this session. But like I said earlier, sometimes on Tuesday nights, it's just difficult to find every little bit of the lap.
It certainly can be. Hit stick, move it up in front of Hines. Hines, fix your shit, bro.
Yeah, still a pretty tight field, only 1.5 seconds front to back. And with how difficult it can be to pass on this track, I mean, you know, if you can just keep it calm and from the back of the pack, you can still find yourself a good result here.
Oh my god! Smoke Tits took it with a gray first sector.
Yes, he did. Very strong in the second half of that lap. Pushed the other guys back a bit.
Jeez, that means he's got even more time. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, last year the pace on this track was
Rumham with the crash. That may slow down his charge.
No. You should still get one more go at it. But yeah, the pace is about a second quicker this year compared to last. I want to say it was in the mid-34s last season. So
it's a lot.
Oh yeah, these guys are really pushing.
Two Plane's freaking out, man. Two Plane is freaking out.
He needs some milk.
Jesus.
He needs some milk.
I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Coco on a red first sector. Holy smokes.
Ooh-wee. Is Coco turning up?
What do we have here?
Is he turning down for what?
Still improves though. Orange through sector 2. Still improvement here.
That could be huge.
Does he have enough?
That could be
enough to put himself on the second row.
That could be enough for the first row.
Crash. He'll need to have another red sector, I think, if he wants to find himself up that far. He's very, very wide under that turn 9.
Ooh, we got some chat trying to curse Smoke Tits. It's the old chat curse.
Oh, invalidates there. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Not good. I want to know what that lap would have been.
Yeah, he's got one more chance. Should get across the line here. And that means that the clock's striking 0 now. Everyone is on their final laps.
Smoke Tits.
Going, yeah, after his stick crosses here, Smoke Tits is on red first sector once again. Alright, good. We've got Ryan throwing down a red. I was going to say, if Smokey's the only one...
That's a gray second sector. It does not bode well.
But, you know, him and Ryan have been picking up pace and finding a little bit here and there as this time session's gone on.
It's great for both of them.
Could be good for these guys in the sprint race, finding their form here at the end of this quali.
Tepid Wiener's not doing too terrible this time out either.
Oh, he's got 2 orange sectors here.
Yeah.
Still in the second row. Nice improvement from Hot Dog. Gained almost 3/10 there. Still stays in 6th position, but
it's good time though.
Pulled up on McCargo really close there. Close to McCargo and Swaggin.
Okay, so we have Smokey as Titan taking pole position. God, that's quick. Black Jesus and Rumham just behind him on the first row. Swaggin, McCargo, and Hot Dog taking the second. Coco, Hitstick, and Seven Hines rounding out the third row. Man, really close grid. I mean, look at that. We have all the way to 6th place is within a second. Within, I mean, 0.6 of a second, really. And a little bit of a drop after that. I think Hines needs some liquor, and then he'll be back.
Yeah, I think the time gap there is just the sprint format. You know, the qualifying a little bit different. Maybe some of the guys have gotten more practice on soft tires and others haven't. So I think the main race, it'll be a little bit tighter. But for the sprint, I think we might see 2 packs here kind of separate.
Man, really, really looking forward to it. So we will see all these guys here in just a moment. We're going to let them get loaded in, get, any setup changes, things of that nature. So we will be back with the sprint race momentarily. Okay, and here we go. Here is our GP sprint race of the night.
Red lights are out.
I hate when it gives that hesitation. It makes me feel like it's crashing.
Wow, great launch from the front row.
Really, really good. Really, really good. Black Jesus with a great move up the inside.
Yep. Cargo with a fantastic move. Undercuts 2 guys there in turn 1. Coco also making a move on Rumham through turn 2.
not sure I love where the helicopter cam went there, but
Yeah,
okay.
looks like Coco made a small mistake there in turn 3. Got caught on the inside curb. And, we got a bit of traffic there behind him now.
Certainly recoverable.
Absolutely, yeah. This big straightaway here between 5 and 6 is where they're really going to be able to tighten up. Big lunge in the back there from Hines on the hot dog. There's contact. Both riders off track but on their bike still.
Yeah, it looks like they stayed up, so good.
Smokey using a lot of track there. More than he paid for.
Well, he will get a track limits warning for that, of course.
He's
Or a
also
point.
going to get style points as well. He's got the LCR bike looking good out there. We've got contact from him and Coco, I believe it was, in the back there.
I missed that one.
Let's keep an eye on those three. They're really close there. Around him, Coco swagging.
Ooh, little touch there.
Beautiful, though. We're
Absolutely.
generally looking really good here in the second lap.
Solid racing. There's that front 3 pod, too. They're ready to break away from it with McCargo leading it.
Yeah, great move again by McCargo. He's looking really strong in this first sector.
Some reports from lovely California are that he pretty much ran in the door and had to jump on and qualify right away.
Yeah, a lot of the other competitors tonight have been practicing for a couple hours, getting ready for this moment tonight. McCargo is literally yanking on the steering wheel in the car, trying to race to get home and get here. He's making it look easy.
It looks like him and Black Jesus are dicing it up a little bit here. Looks like they traded spots a couple times.
Yeah, the smart thing here is with these guys is if they just... Oh, don't get too aggressive. There's a bit of contact. And Smokey says, all right, guys, you fight it out. I'll make the move.
Yeah.
We got right past 2 of them. Beautifully done.
God, look at that.
Nice little wheelie coming out of the corner as well.
Oh, per the chat, looks like it's Coco's birthday. Happy birthday, Coco.
Yeah, happiest of birthdays to you, Coco. McCargo on the brakes, trying to go for the inside move.
Didn't make it work.
Couldn't get the stick, yeah. And even behind him, Black Jesus was thinking that maybe that was a shot for him, but throw was shot.
God, look how tight this whole...
It's a quartet now because since they've been dicing it, Rummy and Ryan has been stretching the gap from the other guys and catching up to these three. Yeah, fantastic ride by Ryan.
A lot of Ducati up here. A lot of Ducati up here. This is not an Italian league, sir.
So just like we thought, maybe we split of 2 packs here. The second pack is still really close though. Swaggin, Coco, hit stick. Oh, we got a crash at the back. Coco's going down there.
Birthday boy.
Just around turn 5.
Yeah, and 3 became 4. That is
No, Rummy and Ryan, no.
Oh, and 4 became 3. I was just
difficult on the brakes. Oh, that's tough to see. Too bad.
Looks like
Swaggin',
Black Jesus has fallen back just a little bit.
He has lost about a second on these guys. I'm not sure if... It's tough to see what happened on the back end of that one, but could have got bent out of shape there.
Could be letting tires cool down.
Yeah, right where he lost time is the same spot where Rumham went down.
Wonder if he was dodging that crash.
Yeah, that, or maybe he's the one that got out of shape, and then Rumham avoided him. Might have caused the crash.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, there is a possibility there for that. It's a tough braking section down into 6. This is where Smokey can get into his element here. Now that he's got fresh air in the front. The last 2 laps, the McCargo's done really well through the first sector.
Yeah, he's looking strong. He's looking real strong.
Fastest lap of the race so far has been Rumham, so despite that crash, Black Jesus with a crash.
Oh, there goes the hopes of that first place.
God, he's down to the back of the grid now as well. it was a bad spot to lose it.
Not good. Well, and this grid's so tight right now. 7-8 Hines back here, about half a second off Tepid Wiener. He's trying. He's trying. I wonder if that tequila's kicked in yet.
I like the braking line, though. That's the same line I take. I like that sweeping line from the right side to the left side of the track. This right here, this is one of the most difficult turns. 7 is probably the toughest one on the track for me. It's just such an awkward angle leading into that. The way the track limits are set up, it's tough to get it right. Ricardo's been tidy this whole race. We've said it before, but he's lost a little bit of time here to smoke at the front, but he's the only one on track without a limits warning, so he's been keeping it tidy.
Hey, he's a professional, you know? Rumham,
after that crash, is making moves. He's starting to catch up the hit stick here.
Really wants that spot from hit stick. Really wants it.
He's trying to show him that this ain't real life GP and the esports GP. Aprilia is the primo Italian bike.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the pasta hand.
Yes, very good, very good. He is all over him. That's Yankee.
He pushed the bike.
Yeah, both very wide. It's very wide. They're coming on with 5. And Rumham getting the draft though.
All right.
Wobbly on the brakes.
Little touch.
Yeah, it looked like he was having a tough time getting it stopped and then tried to go for a block pass, but it just wasn't there. It's a good move that his stick did to evade him a bit there.
Man, I thought Black Jesus was gonna get around Coco, but he fell back there.
Oh, big mistake there from his stick.
Rumham saw that open door and just strutted right on through it.
It's been a good result here. If Swaggin can keep this position where he's at, get himself a podium, this would be a good comeback for him.
He's doing great.
Struggled a little bit at the last race at Coda. This would be a great result for him.
Oh, no, Coco with a crash. That's one way for Black Jesus to get that position back.
Oh, Hot Dog had picked up a long lap. I just saw him in the background there attempt it. It didn't clear it for him, but it looked like he made a good, honest attempt at it.
You know, much like coloring in kindergarten, we got to stay between the lines.
Yeah, I think he might have had another bike in his way. It looked like someone went really deep there. Might have blocked him off on the exit.
That would be quite deep. That would be deep. May not quite cover that one. I don't have it. Have you seen The Boys?
Might be 7-8 Hines deep though. That was 7-8 Hines that did go in front of him there at the last second. So I think that might be it.
Thoughts with the deep.
So Rumham still having the pace, still has the fastest lap of the race here on the final lap. Cargo at the front, Smoke at the front, just ahead of Cargo, 1.4 seconds.
Smoke Tits is running away with it, man. He's not even on the helicopter cam.
Yeah, Cargo pulled back 2 tenths there. Coming in the final sector, here's where all the pressure comes down to.
Man, I mean, no slight to Smokey, but this was kind of McCargo's race to lose. He led this thing.
He did have to make some good moves, though. He had to sweep by 2 of them in the first lap. He had to get the lead from Black Jesus, and then, the 3 of them had great pace together. But it looks like it'll be Smoke coming across the line first there.
Good job, Smokey.
Yeah, great result for the 3 of them, Smokey, McCargo, and Swaggin as well, holding off for the 3rd place.
Wham!
So, a long lap picked up there at the end. Hit stick. I'd have to go back and watch that one from his angle, but
yeah, unsure what he did there, but man, big ol' congrats to Smoke Tits with a win in the sprint race. Check that out, man. Best lap and a win makes sense. Totally got it done. McCargo coming in a close second, followed by Swaggin, Rumham, Hit Stick, Black Jesus, 7-8 Hines, Hot Dog, and Coco. Man, these guys all did absolutely fantastic. That was, it's very clear that they were prepared and practiced for this one tonight. So, man, just awesome, awesome. You have anything to throw in there before we switch back for our Moto2 race?
Yeah, just a final shout out to Smokey's Titan. This track last year was his first one of the season. He backed it up again this season. So let's see if he can pull it off in the main, because right now he's on a streak at Jerez.
I love it. He's doing great. If the track works for him, it works. So give us a few minutes, and we will be back with the Moto2 race. We'll see you guys there. Okay, welcome back for our Moto 2 race. These guys are fired up. These guys are ready.
And we are ready.
Wow.
If qualifying showed us anything, these guys are going to be a tight pack and maybe just a battle at the front for two, but we'll see how turn one goes. Red lights are out. Good start through for Nightcrawler, and Phobia's tucking right behind him. Good start for him as well.
Oh, that was a big hitch. Did you see that?
I did. It looked like the whole grid hitched.
Hopefully that was an us issue, not a them issue. I'm fine to be the problem.
Looking good through the first two turns here. Oh, we got a third by Jerez going wide in turn three. Contact between two players and Jix Buff on the back end of that.
Let Nightcrawler and Phobia run away like this may have been a mistake from the rest of the grid. You should have took him out at the ankles.
I think the only one that really goes down to turn five. Three-rider contact there. Everyone kind of sliding wide on that one in the incident. But I think if anyone could have kept up with them at the start, it would have been Fast Rock, but he picked up a start from the back from the last race in Coda. So he's going to have to battle his way through from the back of the pack.
Sure is, sure is. Gotta record your streams, y'all. Gotta record them for protests.
And Nightcrawler building up quite a gap here on the first lap. Almost at a second now on Phobia already. This could be trouble.
Kind of gross. Kind of gross. He's like pulling a Rossi if Rossi never started from the back. You just gotta start forcing yourself to start from the back. Qualify poorly on purpose, obviously.
I think he needs to challenge himself. Maybe decide to race in the GP division. Might be a good move for him. But he crashes! Take that for a challenge. He crashes out on turn 12.
Well, he is trying to challenge himself. He's just listening to what we said.
He is challenged in that turn. You know, I saw it happen a bunch in the qualifying. He struggled a lot in turn 12, specifically coming out wide. And if you come out wide and you're still at 100% throttle on those curves, it can totally throw your bike out.
Well, we'll call that a whoops. A whoopsie.
We got some foreshadowing in the quality, and yeah, he just paid the price in the first lap of the race. And now at the front of the grid, it's Phobia, followed from Jix Rage and One-Handed, all pretty tight here.
Yeah, these guys are looking great.
Just off back distance in the camera, Jix Buff and Fast Rod made his way to fifth already.
Yeah, he's fast, so he's going to be working his way. He's going to be working his way up. Now, we do try to stay unbiased as race direction and commentators, but let's go Bear.
Let's go Bear. This is actually a line that I prefer to the Moto2 bikes as well. You see the first couple guys they're going wide, exiting at 6. I really liked that wide route out of there.
Man, up here from the lead of the race, those guys are not. Oh! Yeah, Jix Rage.
He got a bit bent out of shape there, wobble in the front. He goes down.
Not good, sir. Not good.
Very fast corner.
I'm not sure that was quite commentator's curse, but it was commentator's adjacent curse.
He's a little camera shy, so he got some camera time, and he showed us one of his specialties, the Jix Rage. Throw it down the track.
Man, Bear's got a lot of cheering for him going on in the comments there. Let's go One-Handed. 6/10 off.
Nightcrawler could be lining up a move here on Veritech. Veritech goes off track, and Nightcrawler takes a spot in fifth. Fastraj found his way up in third place. Nightcrawler making quick work here, trying to get back up to the fight as well.
Man, looks like Bear's slipping back just a little bit.
He does have the fastest lap, so he found some pace, but I did notice a few mistakes there at the beginning of this lap, so I need to regain composure for the end of the lap. He goes on the track just as I say that.
Plenty of race left.
A lot of time.
Looks like he's making a little bit of that time back up already. But, man, Veritech starting to look like he's inching up on Nightcrawl here.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing too by Nightcrawl, I'm glad to see, I don't see any good riding coming out of him. You look at how wide he is at 11 and 12, and stay off these curbs at 12. Much better this time around.
Oop, fucking, no, stop, game. How does B open a menu? Only Milestone would program that.
It's a great question.
Man, looking back from Phobia here. Ooh. Bear is right there.
And if you can close it down here, if he turns 4 and 5, it might be able to get close enough to the draft. It needs about 5/10.
Do you guys see that in the sky? That's the shade that Stock Hazard just threw at Phobia. Do you happen to have chat up, Cora?
I can load it.
Okay, here, let me read this for you. This is, whew.
Yes.
Phobia is filthy and typically wrecks. I've seen his YouTube shit, and he's a dirty racer. Wow.
Sounds like Stock Hazard might have a crush on Phobia.
All this for Stock Hazard?
I feel like Stock Hazard's leaving out the juicy part of the story. Give us more details, man. Come on. Fill us in.
Do what you've always done to wreck Phobia. All this for Bear. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll agree with that.
Dude, I will say this. As we've been mucking about, One Hand has been doing the dirty work himself here. He's catching Phobia. He's just on his tail now.
No
halfway
joke.
through this race.
No joke.
The rest of the grid spread out.
Oh.
Fast Rod just found himself.
I thought he was making a move there.
Fastest lap goes to Fast Rod, so...
Well, he's
not
got
totally
fast
out
in
of
his
the picture
name.
yet either.
So, no, that is not a good line from Bear. I think Bear's pushing a little hard now. Definitely lost time in that last corner.
For the first 6 months I played this game with Fast Raj, I 100% thought his name was Fast Frog and referred to him as Fast Frog the first legit months before he corrected me.
Was he like, is it a joke, or...
Yeah, no, I don't know. Just, it's one of those things, you know, you see someone's gamer tag and you read it really quick and you go, yeah, that's what it is.
And you just internalize it as that.
Yeah, it just became a fact in my head like that. That's just what it was. And then months down the line, I realized someone's like, no, it's Raj, or Roger. And I was like, oh, right, Roger.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Yeah.
That makes way more sense than Fast Frog. Totally.
Nah, bro, he ribbits. You never heard him? He's like that dude from Kung Fu Hustle.
He rivets, he yeets, he's yeeted the bike down the track. He's kind of still with these guys, though.
Push the ribbit.
Now, even though we've seen Al make a couple of mistakes here, but he keeps closing the gap down, and I just wonder what the race strategy is between these two guys. If one of them is saving a little bit and just keeping this close, if it's on Phobia, or if that's on one-handed, keep it close. But they like an accordion. It's opening the gap, it's closing the gap. They're finding a way to get back closer together again.
Man, if you ask Stock Hazard, Phobia's overdriving, and he's going to wreck soon, so...
It's the hot take. And meanwhile, there's contact. Jix buff, Nightcrawl. Looks like both bikes are okay, though, for the last turn. Yeah, Roger's really tightened up the gap here. We know he's not one to mince words or wait, so he's not going to wait too long to make a move if he sees one here on second place. Nightcrawl going off track, turn one.
Stock, I just want to know, how much did Bear pay you for this cheering? This is like a paid level. This is great.
I think we just missed a murder. I think Nightcrawl and Jixbuff had a massive collision between 1 and 2.
Oh no. I definitely missed it.
Quick shout out to Whispers in 7th place, rocking the number 7, good numbers there. And clean race for him so far. I mean, he's a bit behind on the positions, but still is a clean race, not going off track at all.
But what's more shocking is Phobia's clean race.
Right, all these things I've heard about him, I'd expect him to have maybe a triple long lap penalty by now.
Yeah, I mean, Stock, do we need to give him a long lap penalty? We can do that. Let's see how dirty Stock wants to be. No, nothing. Okay.
All right, as we come across towards the final sector, keep it tidy. Phobia going out way wide. He's risking the biscuits there. We've seen Nightcrawler to go down on turn 12.
Oh, Stock changing his tone really quick there. Not sure why, but changing his tone. It's like he didn't like when Race Direction got on the same page. That's weird.
I think maybe someone's paid him off.
Actually, I think what happened was he ran out of funds from Bear for the cheering.
He's got a refill. Refill for those tokens, my friend.
Yeah, microtransaction, bro. Microtransaction.
You can hit us up on Southern Esports or Southern E-Racing League on OnlyFans. You'll see it over there.
We do have that account. That is the thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's on there yet, but I'm intrigued.
Oh, yes, you do.
You're right. I do. I mean, I've been busy these past 2 nights. I'm not posting content. And,
yeah, bro. That's your page. YouTube's mine. OnlyFans is yours. Oh, Jix Buff with the crash. Not great.
Right now, I will say I am an only fan of one-handed 780 here. He's got just under 2 laps and 2/10 to make this pass happen. I'd like to see a move here. Phobia's been all over the track, but we haven't seen super defensive lines out of him, so there's got to be openings.
Man, let's see. It's difficult not knowing what condition their bikes are in, how much fuel they have, what their tires are looking like, but Bear looks tidy.
We've seen drastic, very deep from Roger there. He went aggressive. Maybe he got sucked in.
No, ended up on a crash. Well, hold on to third place.
Yeah, I think he's far enough ahead to secure it. Jixbuff picks up a long lap penalty. Now that we're in the last lap, it'll be difficult for those guys to achieve those long laps. I say that as Jixbuff makes me look like a fool. Easily completes the long lap penalty as it's given to him. Bravo.
He's like, wham, getting it done. All right, Bear, last lap. What you got?
I think we really need to see him close the gap in here on this turn 5, catch a little bit of draft. Cuts an inside curve there.
Yeah.
Doesn't gain any time from it, though. He loses a little bit of time on that one.
I don't know if you're aware, but there's not usually as much traction in the dirt as there is on the pavement.
I'm aware, but I think Al Bear was someone misled him down that path, though.
He thought it was on knobbies. I mean, it's a common misconception.
Maybe we go to look back camp from Phobia.
Yeah, we certainly can.
Can we see the pressure he's been feeling this entire race?
That's some pressure right there.
That was close. Into the final sector of the race, final lap.
Got a grizzly bear right on your tail. But he's dropping back. Rapidly.
Alright, Phobia, you're doing great. Everyone's watching. Just nice and easy, bud. Honestly, a great start to the season for Phobia.
Solid.
Another win. And a great result here for one-handed. He's had some struggles so far to start the season off and find himself in the podium. Fast Raj able to manage a podium as well. Despite the start from the back, so he had great pace this race.
Oh, seriously. Really, really good pace. Oh. I have questions.
I don't. I know exactly what Jerez was doing.
Raging, apparently. Well, man, congratulations to Phobia for taking home P1 in this race. Seriously good race. Just led that charge up front, and Bear taking second, not without trying for a fight for first. Fast Raj taking up third. D-Veritech Nightcrawl with the fastest lap of the race. Congratulations, sir. Jick Rage, Whispers, Jix Buff, and 2Plane rounding out the pack. Great job from all these guys. Really good racing. Thank you all for being here tonight. I know it's the wrapping up our Moto2, but I hope to see a lot of these guys over in the chat for our GP race. Speaking of that, we're going to take a few minutes to build that lobby, and we'll be back for the main event of the night. Thanks all for watching. Okay, here we are for our main event of the night. MotoGP main race. Predictions on this one?
Ah, man. I mean, Smokey's got to be the first one that comes to mind, but Rumham had some great pace in the sprint race, so I'm going to put my money here on Rumham. He's been consistent to start the season.
Oh, a little bit of contact there, but nothing major, man. Pretty good start overall.
Smokey on a huge dive.
Oh!
Takes out Rumham.
Remember when I said clean? Remember when you said Smokey? Oof.
Yeah, those two don't go together at the start of this race, unfortunately.
No.
He takes Rumham straight to the back of the pack.
That
Single
was
bike incident.
I do suspect we'll see some protesting from that, but we have 9 laps before that happens.
Yeah, the rest of the pack is still really, really tight. Everyone's just 1/10, 2/10, 3/10 apart.
Look at Hines up in third. Where'd that came? It's the tequila. It finally kicked in.
I think it's also a bit of kickback from Smokey dive bomb in the inside pack. Everyone got out of the way, and Hines said, "I see a spot.
Yeah.
I see a spot." A little bit of contact there, swagging a hit stick. Looks like one of them was making a pass there.
You know, if Smokey took out more people, maybe they could have managed a red flag, but not at this time.
No, a single bike incident doesn't really require it.
Nope, sure doesn't.
It's unfortunate, but it's a racing incident, yeah.
Yep, we will allow the riders to fight to the death after the race.
Yeah, knowing those two, there will be a fight.
They may only use blunt weapons.
I choose a rolling pin.
Oh, great. I choose papier-mâché sword.
What the? Okay. Shit.
Yeah, see?
It's a rock.
Then
it's just a very smooth rock.
But papier-mâché is paper.
Oh shit! I set myself up.
Oof.
No.
Oof, you got played. Got played.
It's so late. God, no. My brain. Alright, so back to the race action anyways. Black Jesus is he's not stretched it out too far yet. McCarter's still in reach. But the two of them are putting a little bit of a gap here on the group.
Just
Impressed
a little
to see
bit.
Sharp up there though, 4th place. He late addition here. He missed the qualifying in the sprint race, but pulled in for the main event, and he's showing up.
He followed Rumham right up that. Well, does that constitute? Does that constitute commentator's curse? I'm really not sure.
I think he was crashing before you even finished his main.
Probably.
Sadly, yeah, he goes down there again, and but Smokey is still behind him, which I don't know. Something's going on back there. I have to think maybe Smokey feels bad about the first situation and just no McCargo out of second place.
Not Papa
A huge
Mac.
crash into the last turn. He's going to lose a couple spots here for sure.
Moves Hines up into second, a place he
Oh
never
my
thought he
God.
would be tonight.
I think that was that Sharp or Coco? One of those guys was way dirt tracking on the inside line.
Did
Saw
not
a
get
blue
Mac
bike.
with another crash.
No. This is chaotic here in the first 3 laps.
He gone.
Man, I thought this was going to be smooth sailing at the start, but the second and third lap, there's been action all over the place.
Ah, man. Look at Hot Dog. Yeah, we're looking at Hot Dog. Tepid wiener on screen.
Here you go, hot dog.
Look at that dog.
Okay.
Spicy dog.
Yeah, look at that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
I want to pet that dog. God, I love that video.
That's a good one. It's a good one for sure.
Memes are life, dude. Memes are life. Good battle here. Coco with Sharp and Hitstick in the mix. McCargo has dropped. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Really, really good start to the event this evening, but lost connection with him here in the main race.
Wonder if that was a rage quit or some connection issues. Could be both. Could be both.
Yeah, sadly though, the disconnects, you lose a chance on getting any kind of championship points, and
You do.
Points are crucial every single round. My goodness. You look up, and as soon as Black Jesus realized McCargo crashed out, he just put his head down.
Just jumped on that opportunity.
Seconds.
Yep. Race is about halfway over here.
Yeah, my early prediction for Smoking Rumham Ryan has really not panned out. I think I have eclipsed Bigfoot going into this season.
Yeah, I think you owe those two an apology.
No, I will not. No, really though, guys, come on, do better, do better. You know, the good thing for them, though, is that even though the race is almost in its halfway mark, they have the pace to really catch, because the group ahead of them is only split by about a full second, just over a second.
That is
they
true.
Could really catch those three guys and then start picking up the pace from there. If you look on the mini map too, they're legit one turn behind these guys.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Who is? I just looked at the mini map and somebody was painting the outside line.
That was Coco. Yeah, Coco went down there. Sharp Jenna picks up a long lap penalty.
Look, they do say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But we do punish with long lap penalties here, so.
Contact again, Smokey and Coco in the background there. We should take a peek at some of this action. Smokey's finding himself in a whole lot of trouble. He had such a good first race and qualifying session. He's trading paint with everybody on track, it seems, in this main event.
He's probably a little stressed from his enormous fuck up. I think that is the only way to put it. Well, actually, no, it wasn't his. I guess it was Rumham's.
Oh, no. He cleared out Rumham in turn 2.
Oh, I had it backwards. Okay.
Yeah. Smokey, it looked like he went to grab the lever, and the brakes weren't there. He straight dive-bombed into the side of Rumham's bike.
I've got a buddy that did that in real life. He got a little bit of head shake setting down a power wheelie on an R1. It pushed the pads back in the calipers, and he had to pump the brakes to get them back. So,
oh, scary.
I've seen it happen. I'm not sure that happens in a video game, but I've seen it happen in real life.
I've heard stories about that. It's so scary.
Terrifying. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Black Jesus has put down the fast lap of the race here.
They're letting him do that while he's out front. He's just running away with this thing.
Yeah, he has. He's had some pretty big gaps in leads early in the season, and he's made some crucial mistakes. Wow, what a battle here with these three bikes. Hitstick really bringing it to these guys now.
Man, Hines is just hanging on to P2. It's one of those moments of careful not to push too far, because there are 3 bikes right behind you.
Yeah. You know, and him and Hutdog have had good pace together. It's to kind of get himself involved here as well. Looking aggressive, but fair move there on the inside. Between turn 2 and 3.
Looking solid. Aggressive, but solid.
It's great to see. Now we got 4 bikes here. Then, Swagging just off the back of them. Three laps to go. So I know Sharp's picking up a long lap, but the rest of these guys got to be careful as well. A few of them are endangering themselves and picking up a long lap here.
That would be a little detrimental, but man, check out our first 3. No penalties, and Sharp. Got to throw Sharp out for that as well.
Well, he's got a long lap. he's definitely picked up a penalty somewhere.
I take it back. I take it all back. Sharp, you scoundrel. Shame. And Coco, shame.
Shame this man.
They said, show us what you got, and what you had was penalties.
I'm interested to see if Sharp decides to go for the long lap. I saw he missed it. He skipped it last lap. It looks like he's skipped it again. I wonder if he's going to pick the time penalty here or have one more lap to do it.
I don't know. Stock, that is a hot take, sir, considering he's almost 8 seconds back.
Let me load up the stream. Stock has been pumping lead out here in the chat box tonight. Let me take a little peek at this. Stock says Hines is winning this shit here. Go Hines. Yeah, all right.
It be Black Jesus. It do be Black Jesus. It do be.
You combine the words. This shit.
Doobie doobie doo.
Yeah, I mean, at the pace that Jesus is at right now, he could crash more than once and still likely have the lead. You know, when you look at the time board, you go 8 seconds. It's huge. But then when you look at the mini map and you go,
it's really not.
Only like one turn ahead. It's really not that crazy. I think because of how short this track is. Let's take a peek at Sharp if we could before you.
Sure.
He's going to have to attempt a long lap here, or he's going to get a time penalty. So I'm curious to see if he's even looking at that long lap. If he forgot where the entrance was.
He's trying. Okay, he's trying. Hey, there we go.
And is Coco doing behind him? No, Coco skips. Oh, and a good drive by Sharp coming out of it. Could he drag him down to turn 1?
Wow, look at those identical bikes.
This looks like Yamaha in real life. Interesting.
That hurts.
Sad.
I'm a Yamaha
it's so
rider.
Sad but true, man. I know.
Look at Hines fending this seriously, dude. The tequila kicked in.
Yeah, what a showing for Hines in this main event here. This is going to do wonders. Swaggin', what happened? He went up into second place momentarily.
Well, you see, the pressure kicked in. Oh, that is not at all the view I was looking for.
Yeah, It Be Black Jesus has risen to new levels, new heights in this Jerez main event. Now coming up to about 9 seconds.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
You could say that was a comment of biblical proportions.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes when you have a calling, you spread the word, you have to just, you know, accept that fate, my friend.
Oh. If it was raining, I'd be making he walks on water jokes.
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to do these. I was trying to do some meme graphics for It Be Black Jesus, and I came across the Saint Snoop Dogg T-shirts, and I was really close to buying one of them.
Saint Snoop Dogg.
Oh, it's a thing. Yeah, I just found out about it. It's a real thing.
Is this 3 in a row for Black Jesus? Is that true?
People are making stuff up in the chat. I wouldn't believe everything you read.
No, it's Stock Hazard saying it, so we definitely won't believe it. All this for Stock Hazard?
He did win Portimao, and he did win the main at Termos, but at Coda, he picked up 4th place.
See, he capping.
But I tell you what, 3 out of 4. It's not a bad ratio right there, my friend.
We're gonna start using this Gen Z or Gen Alpha, whatever they're calling it, terminology. Cap dog. It's cap.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. They would say fam, not dog. That's cap fam. That's cap.
Fam, I'm okay with. I can live with fam. Cap, I don't know if I can pull that one on vocabulary. Every time I hear the word cap, I either think of a baseball cap or like those those bottle caps, those little poppers you throw at the ground, cap guns, stuff like that, you know?
Yep. Dude, we started doing it like ironically at work, and it's turned into a little bit of unironically.
Of unironic cringe.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth a laugh, but man, here we go. Black Jesus, he has risen to number 1, going across the line, a whole corner above these other guys. Damn.
Huge battle here, though. 5 bikes on track. Hines, I mean, so impressed. What a great result. And
seriously,
podiums for both of them. Fantastic.
And Sharp just barely out dragging.
That's the AI doing its thing.
Okay.
Doing its own thing.
Okay. I was gonna say, gentlemen, behave. Okay, man, look at that. Black Jesus with a well-deserved P1. And oh my God, look at that lap time.
33.9. Fantastic lap. You can see no one else really had the pace.
No.
Although I will say, you look at Rumham, not too far off, a 10th off on the time. So just, if some of those earlier race incidents would not have happened, we could have had a bigger fight at the front, but Black Jesus kept us cool.
I mean, seriously good race on all through. Black Jesus taking P1, of course. Hines with a shocking P2. I mean, love you, bro, but we did not think we were going to see that out of you today. Hot Dog in third. Hit Stick with fourth. Smokiest Titan. Rumham. Sharp Jenna. Coco. And Swaggin rounding out the pack. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, there are some unfortunate things that happened in the race, but honestly, it was a brilliant race to watch the mid-pack there, and shout-outs to Hines and Hot Dog. Hit Stick with a great result as well, so fuel the fire for the championship and rider standings.
Oh, seriously good. Seriously good. We'll have those updates here shortly to post in our Discord server. Speaking of that, if you're watching, you want to know where to hang out with everybody in this league. We've got a pretty active group, or want to know how to race with us, take a look at our website at the bottom of the screen, serl-usa.com. Check out our Discord server, which is Southern E Racing League. You can find a link for that either way. Again, we'd love to have y'all come on in, and we'll get y'all taken care of. Now, next week, so it'll be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time in Le Mans. So should be interesting there. Are you brave enough to do any week ahead predictions for Le Mans?
I'm gonna like McCargo in that one. He had some struggles here, but he performed well there last season, and I think he'll bounce back strong.
All right. Mac attack for Le Mans. So we will see you guys then. Have a great week, and again, hope to see you there. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.